Hey, what's going on, guys? BotMentality here with another trade review for you. I was 2 for 2 today with a 100% win rate, and we'll go ahead and jump into that a little bit and talk about exactly what I did, what I thought on the trades, and how it worked out for me. And trading, guys, I absolutely love it. There's no other job where you can just click the mouse and make, $100, $50, $200, $1,000 with minimal physical effort. It's crazy the amount of potential that trading offers as far as financial gains and just really personal development and advancing yourself. So I absolutely love trading, and I'm going to be doing this for the rest of my life. I'm telling you that right now. So a couple of updates on me, guys, before we get into this trade review for you, is that I actually went ahead and launched my private Discord, and I have a Patreon. All the information will be in the description below. There's 3 different levels to it. There's a mentorship program, which is the highest level, which there's only 1 slot left available. I'm only doing 3 different apprentices right now to kind of talk to them and kind of work with them on a one-to-one basis to kind of get to jumpstart their success in the markets. There's only 1 slot left open. We already had 2 signups. Regarding the middle tier, to access to the private Discord, that is definitely unlimited, and we have a couple people already in there. We've been having a lot of fun, having great discussions, and really progressing ourselves there. As far as the lowest tier, which will be just a newsletter, I'll be sending that out daily for you guys. So you can kind of see where I see the market and what my buy zone is, where I'm looking to enter, where I'm looking to exit, and kind of my overall sentiment on the market at that time. And I will be sending that out daily. So if you're interested, shoot me a message if you have more questions or looking for an example. There's information in the description below. So enough of that, guys. We'll go ahead and jump into this right now. So the first trade I took was right in this area right here. We had this. I talked about it on Twitter, this equilibrium pattern we were forming here, and it was the perfect setup for that. And I'll go ahead and jump into it. Let me pull down to a lower time frame so you can see. So that what we had going on right here regarding this was, hey, where's my purple at? Right here. Okay, so what we had going on in this area right here was we saw these lower highs, okay, and then we also saw these higher lows here on the bottom, 1, 2, and 3. And so when we see that, from a prior video when I talked about my what is an ABC chart pattern and how to trade it, in that video I talked about an equilibrium setup, and that's exactly what this is. This is characterized by lower highs and higher lows to sort of form a horizontal wedge. And you see that right here. We had this price descending right there. You could even draw it like this. Either way, you're going to get the same result. You're seeing that condensing of price action right there and up here from the bottom as well. We saw it going up like that, okay? And so what we saw once we got to that level is we saw a break above that point in this huge green candle right here, and that's exactly the play I was looking for. So what happened, guys, is I looked at the chart and I saw we were making these higher lows. I went ahead and got long in here at 88.79. It was right in this area right here. And with that, I was only down very small from there with the stop under this low here at 8,790 area. Okay, got long right here, waited for the rip, and as soon as we got the rip, I sold it and actually left. So I ended up selling right in here, guys, but you can see I left a lot of profit on the table. But that's just to go to show no one's perfect, okay? You might not nail the whole move. Everyone has different strategies. Shorts can win and shorts and longs can win at the same time. So I might have gotten long here, someone might have short here and covered up and made some money. So there's so many different methods you can do and so many ways you can do it. But the idea is here, guys, I did not completely nail the whole move. But when you get those short gains like that happen so quickly that you can just capitalize on and just, as I call it, nail and bail, you really can't beat that low level of stress. So yeah, I had an entry level right here and an exit up towards the top of this first green candle here at $9,013. All of this I posted on Twitter when I took the trade. And the first people to know were the people in my private Discord. I announced that live as soon as I took that and ended up selling into that. So great job on everyone who nailed that move. That was the first trade. Always keep a lookout for these equilibrium patterns here, guys. They're very, very nice to spot, and they can yield those nice gains, especially if you wait it out, keep an eye on it, and capitalize on as much of the move as possible. So that was my first trade. The second trade I made here was actually when I went to go see the new movie by Marvel, the Infinity Wars movie. It was great. If you haven't seen it, go see it. But what I did was I actually set orders, and I talked about this. I said in my first newsletter, I sent that out, and I indicated a buy zone. And the buy zone I indicated was between 9,150 and to the lows of 9,050. And that was in the newsletter hours before this happened. I sent that out when we were still heading up right here. And so what I did is I laid orders from 160 all the way down, one at 160, one at 120, and then one at 9,050 for a 3-part entry. And what we got here is while I was actually in the movie, so I wasn't able to watch this, is we had a pullback here. We hit my 960, And check this out, guys. Isn't this something? The low of this candle right here, the low of this candle right in the middle right here, this first green candle after the pullback, the low was $9,120.01. So I missed my fill on the second part of my position by 1 cent. Welcome to trading, guys. If I would have got that, this would have been definitely a much bigger trade, because the way I layer my orders is they get larger as they go down. So that way you can have the most advantage out of your average. And so I missed that by 1 penny, and then we pulled up here. I was watching these lows. We had these 3 higher lows, 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And when we saw those higher lows, I felt confident that we were going to see a breakout. I posted that on my Twitter. I said that if we break 9,225, we'll likely see a surge of volume to retest the 9,275. That is exactly what we did here to a T. And once I get my move that I'm looking for, which was to buy the bounce and sell on that increase in volume, as soon as I get that move, I go ahead and sell. I'm not going to sit here and wait around. Once I get what I expected, I take the profit and I walk. And so total here off of those 2 trades on the day, during each trade, I was hardly down more than a couple bucks, honestly. The total on that, the total from both of those trades was $233.75. And of course, that was commission free because I was using limit orders on GDAX. I'll make a video on that a little bit more in the future. But $233, only a couple $100. But the deal is, guys, this is something you can do in addition to other businesses you have on the side, in addition to working a full-time job. These gains, if you can do this, once a week or once every 3 days or once every day, you can significantly impact your life, and you can increase your financial standing, tenfold in a much shorter time than it would if you were just to work and save that money. So I absolutely love trading. This is the kind of gains you can have. I kind of wanted to show you this sort of like a smaller day off of 2 trades, but it was really just, stress-free trades. So that's what I have there. And I'll go ahead and jump into my thoughts here on Bitcoin for today. And one more point I should probably make here. I forgot to mention here for you guys. So notice here on that first trade, I didn't go over the RSI. So as we were seeing these higher lows right here, look at the RSI. You'll see that we're experiencing higher lows on the RSI. What does that mean? It means that our relative strength index is indicating that it's confirming the bullish action. We are seeing an increase, more buying pressure, and we're heading towards overbought levels. That's exactly what that shows. So keep an eye on that as well when you're looking at your trades to kind of give you the impact. If you look over here as well, we're seeing the same thing. Higher lows on the RSI, slightly lower low right here, but it instantly pushed up to the high. That indicates that we're seeing confirmation of that buy pressure. Keep an eye on that. I just want to make sure I went over that for you guys. So we'll jump over here to the 1 hour. What I'm thinking here on the 1 hour regarding Bitcoin is you're seeing that we're having a slack off of volume. First thing I noticed right here, we're seeing a decrease in volume right there. Keep an eye on that. What that means is usually we're coming to a head. We're coming to a sort of climax. You'll see here that the bullish action continues to be confirmed on the 1 hour. We're seeing the higher lows here on the RSI. Where we're forcing a test of that 9,300 level. Who knows? I may have sold my last scalp too early, but I'm about to head to sleep, and so I like to sit cash. I like to sit cash and return to the market fresh and to see what happens. So we have a nice confirmation there. Honestly, for me, I'd like to see us move a little bit higher. I want to see us at least get up here towards 9,350 for a pullback to retest the 9,150, 9,200 area. That's what I'd like to see right now. Or even better than that, would see a pullback towards 9,000. A nice pullback towards 9,000 to establish a nice hourly higher low. Sort of like maybe a little bit of this kind of consolidation. If we can get that at the 9,200 area, that'd be very nice. And I can see that building into a curl through a rip through the 9,500 area within the next day or two. But we'll see exactly what happens. I could go to sleep, wake up, and we could be right there, 9,500. So we'll wait and see. But right now I'm sitting cash on that. If you look at the daily on Bitcoin, what we're seeing here is we are seeing those higher lows on the RSI. Right now we're at 60. So be careful if you're looking to enter a short-term position right now. I would wait for a little bit of a pullback, at least towards the, I would say the 57 or 58 on the RSI, which should line up with the 9,100 area. Let's just wait and see what happens here. If you see on the daily, we had a nice lower wick here. As far as having a low at 9,120. We were bought up towards the top of that, and now we're waiting to test. We're testing the highs of the 9,318 from the 26. So let's see if we can break above that and establish a higher low here on the daily. Overall, I'm still liking this pattern. Still liking seeing us close. I like to see how it looks like we're going to close right above this 9,000 or 8,920 area, which is a bullish sign. And I'm just waiting for more of the chart to develop. So we can see potentially maybe something like this ABCD pattern I talked about. I'd like to see that start to form here over the 9,000 area. And so really that's what I'm looking at now, guys. If you're in my private Discord or you subscribe to the newsletter, you'll get the direct updates of exactly where I'm coming from and what I'm thinking. And I went into depth on exactly my my trade strategy for yesterday. And I'll be putting out another one of those here soon. And so there we go, guys. There's 2 trade reviews for you. I really hope that helped. If you have any questions, message me in the comment section below. Shoot me an email. You can hit me up on Twitter. Anything you can do, anything I can do to add value to you guys, let me know, and I will do my best to do so. So remember, guys, to stay focused, continue developing your trade mentality, develop your bot mentality, learn to eliminate your emotions, and trade like a machine. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Deuces.